Welcome back to another episode of Power in Sustainability. Today we have a very important topic for the environment and for the companies. And I have a very special friend, which we are Latin both. Hola amigo, ¿cómo estás? Hola, how are you, Jose? Welcome to the podcast.
Muchas gracias. Thank you very much for inviting me this. I'm excited. And I like the topic that we will talk about, so I'm excited.
Yes, today is very important because you are an expert, you are an environmental engineer, so we will explode your knowledge into this subject, which is the food and beverage industry. There's the huge amount of quantities of waste that is generated, and a lot of people, including myself, we don't know what's behind, because normally we just go and purchase food or go to a hotel and see the big buffets and stuff, but there's a lot behind in terms of waste. So we'll talk about that topic today. Thank you for being here. We've all heard about this subject, but we want to know what's really behind it. So please tell us about it.
Well, yes, as you said, most of the people, actually, I was one of them. There was one buffet in the hotel, and I said, "Wow, this looks amazing! I have like 1 million options to eat." But at the end of the day, you found out. Well, I found out here that it's a huge problem. It's amazing how 1/3 of the food that we produce is waste. It will go directly to food waste. So this will bring a lot of problems. Most environmental problems that we will have because, well, the food waste is organic. So at the end of the day, it will release CO2, CH4, methane. So it's not only one environmental impact, also finance impact, because as an hospitality, you are spending money to bring food and then you will throw it. So it's a huge topic that we should be talking more about, and we should not ignore, because it's a high reason of the climate change.
Yes, and it's very important to know about this because, as I was saying before, when I go to a beach hotel or something like that, the first thing I want to know if they have a good breakfast, a lot of food, a lot of mixed things, and at the end, we even not eating the half of the plate that we are serving. So imagine if that's in the hotel and beverage industry, and now let's turn the role play to our homes. We also do that when we put the lunch, when we put the breakfast. There's always something that we call leftovers. We put, and we Latinos do it a lot. The leftovers for the next day, and then when it's very scary, then we throw it away. So, but we keep eating, and it's very important because we don't know what actually it's when we throw to the bin, what that food is actually doing, or where it's gonna go, or what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's very true. And actually, now that you told me that, I remember when I was young, the recalentado, we call it, you eat the next day food and everything. But yes, there was one day that you will not eat anymore that dish. So you throw it, and where it goes mainly to a landfill. Unfortunately, we don't have that huge technology in some places. So when it goes to the landfill, well, it produces CH4, methane, which is 25 stronger than the CO2. So that will mean global warming for sure. So that is the consequences. And also, you will create more pests, you will create diseases. So, yeah, the food waste is underestimated problem, most of the people don't see. But I told you it has a huge impact in the environment.
You said one word there that probably the people that is in this industry knows, but just to put into the context, what is a landfill? What?
A landfill is the place where everyone drop the waste. Like you can see images like mountains of you can imagine if you saw it from far away, you will say, oh wow, that's a very good hill. That's a very good mountain. No, it's not a mountain. It's food waste. Just not only food waste, a lot kind of waste. Huge. Honestly, like I would recommend, like you should go and see one landfill in your life, so you will appreciate and you will dimension the big issue about waste. I think for me, in my career, I went like easily like 100 times to different landfills, and it's amazing. Like it's you have more close the biggest screen of this problem. So yeah, that is the landfill where we throw the garbage.
There you have the big picture of the reality of what's happening, and that is, I think, something that is 100% caused by the human being. It's complete. O sea, the responsibility is completely in the humankind. You know, because normally, like I was saying, we don't measure the things that we're gonna do besides enjoying. So it's very important. So we'll learn a lot with you today. So coming back to the hospitality industry, which normally we don't know the amount of food. If we consider only in UAE, it's a lot, but in the whole world, it's massive. So explain us what are the considerations that have been taken, or what's been spoke in the hospitality industry about this matter.
So yes, in the hospitality sector, which is one of the biggest producers of food waste, they have the idea of bigger is better, more is better. So let's have a big buffet for everyone. Because at the end of the day, it's what we like. I mean, I will not lie. I mean, if I go to a buffet and I see like 100 options, I would say like, wow, this is a nice buffet. Like you will say, okay.
At least I will try one for each.
Yeah, I do that always. I cut one small piece for everything, and that's the mentality that hospitality has. I cannot say all because I have seen some hotels that are really, really responsible about this food waste problem. And what I can say is that also in UAE, there is a lot of initiatives that are helping to the food waste. I can say that the food waste loss initiative, they propose to cut the food waste 50% by 2030. They have also another program called NIMA, which is also talks about the food waste solutions. So, I mean, UAE, I mean, in all the environmental aspects, they are very advanced on this, and they actually, I will suggest to other countries to replicate. I would like that in Mexico we can have that, because food waste is not a hotel problem. It's a global problem that we all produce food waste. I told you, in the household, in our house, retail also, they have food waste. So hospitality is doing their thing. I can be sure. I can say that UAE is pushing hospitality sectors to have a better performance in food waste, in reducing the food waste. Yeah.
And it's a good thing that personally I saw in UAE that the government supports these industries in order to take care of the environment. So it's fantastic. And a lot of people are skeptical about this matter because they said it doesn't matter what I do because it's small, it won't make a difference. But when you have the support of a government that is willing to push you to take care of what you eat, how you keep your waste, then we will make a change step by step. It's like when you have a cold, a single pill won't make nothing to you, but complete the whole treatment and then you will be fine. Because of this, the guests in the hotels are beginning to take care of this matter, are beginning to gain conscience into what we need to do. So even me, when I will go to a next hotel and stuff, I will just select and choose what I will eat, and the rest just leave it. And there's another thing that I was considering that, and probably this goes more to put a conscience in the hospitality industries to make a study of what you're preparing and what's the most food that the clients choose, in order just to do that, and not an extra quantity of things that are always left outside. So normally they don't do these kind of studies of what we're doing. They just have the menu for the buffet and stuff, and then it goes. But if we can implement like a proper study of, we have a average of jam, butter, blah blah. These people always consumes, but this not. So we are taking out that of the menu. So a lot of things that we can do to improve this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the consciousness is very important, but I mean, now that people is raising consciousness about this, for that reason, there is now the certificates in Dubai. There is the Dubai Sustainable Tourist Stamp, which will give to hotels who have very well behavior, environmentally speaking. Also, you have the Green Key certificate, and also the LEED certificate, and all of this is related to environmental impacts. So it covers water, covers emissions, covers waste. So I think now, like an extra that hotels can have is this certificate, because at the end of the day, people, thanks God, is getting more conscious about these environmental problems. I would like to say that these certificates proves that hospitality is taking the environmental impacts very serious, and is what I like. These certificates should be taken as that, not as a fashion, like everybody is sustainable. No, no, no. Is a certificate that proves that me as an hotel, I'm very responsible with the environmental impact, and I will do everything I can to reduce the environmental impact, which is now affecting. So if we had that mentality before, like 20 years ago, oh my God, it will be a very different world. But we are starting. So I like to think that we are more conscious. So I like that.
And now that you mention all these certificates, the next thing I will search in a hotel is if this doesn't have. Oh no, I'll say no. Then let's go to another. I will try to find one that have these certificates. It's very important. It's good to learn these things.
I mean, I didn't knew until I reached here and I see like because in Dubai there are like thousands of hotels, but like every time that you get more conscious, you say like, okay, like this hotel is nice, and that doesn't mean that will be like most of the people think that all environmental certificates will be like hippie hotels. It's not like that. There are very fancy hotels, very nice hotels that they are advanced in the consciousness. So me, I like it. So also I always try to look for a green certificate, green key, LED, Dubai tourism, sustainable stamp. Like yeah, you should do that next time.
We talk about the certificates that can bring a difference in the hospitality industry, and that's one of the solutions that we can give to all the hotels so they can do. But what are the rest of things that they can do? What are the next solutions?
Yeah, it's a nice question. Actually, I will divide it into three. First, I will suggest reduce. Let's reduce. And with this, what I mean, you spoke before about it will be nice to have technologies to help you what to buy, what not to buy, what to purchase in the hotel, what not, because sometimes it's over, you have over of that material. So there is now new technologies. Actually, I had the pleasure to see one on live, and it's a machine with AI. So you will scan the food waste. Like for example, you have the plate that you pick from the table of one person who didn't finish. You scan the plate, and the AI will identify which products or which enzymes you use to produce that food way to produce that dish. So it will give you calculation that, you know what, after showing me 100 dishes, this is the food waste, like type of food waste that you produce. I don't know, butter, vegetables. So in the next time you will purchase, you will know at some approximate how much amount you should buy of this. So this technology is amazing. Like honestly, I'm in love with that technology. I would like to have it in my house because sometimes I buy extra food that I feel horrible. But there are technologies to help you that. Also, there are other things that it doesn't require too much technology. You can do the tracking, manually tracking, to see, okay, like when you grab the big plate of one dish, you say, okay, this is too much. You can wait and you say, wait, 2.4 kilos today of this dish. And then you on the next 2 days, you also wait and 3.4. So you say, okay, we need to make less of this. Like it's manually and also with technology. So that will be the first step, reducing. The second step will be segregation. Um, as in hospitality sector, you have a lot of type of waste. You can have plastics, you can have cardboard, you can have glass, you have food waste, general waste. So at the end of the day, you need to segregate, because if you have your plastic bottle here and then you combine with pasta, you cannot put the plastic bottle into the plastic because it cannot be used by recycle. You need to wash it. You need another extra treatment that it should not be necessary if you segregate it properly. So once you do the segregation, then it comes the third part, which it will be management. For this part, also technology plays a huge role here. We have different solutions, different technologies for this. So there is anaerobic, which it means no oxygen. So this the famous compost is the solution. You have a aerobic, which requires oxygen, and that will be the biodigesters. That there are also a lot of options. And also a third option that is not technology, but is also a good program, the food bank. That honestly I didn't knew about it when I arrived here. I didn't knew, but there is food bank, and usually it's more popular in the Ramadan time. You know, like in Ramadan there is a lot of food waste, a lot of food waste. So what this organization do, they take the food waste and they give like a like a food bank. I don't know how to explain it. It's a food bank, so that will help you to reduce the food waste. So yes, you have a lot of solutions. So yeah, that will be the three things: reduce, segregate, and management of the food waste.
And you mentioned one thing that caused my attention, because German distribution helps into this matter in a big way in terms of the food digesters. So as it sounds, when we eat, we digest, and it goes to our body. It gives us benefits and stuff. But food digesters in to digest food for taking care of the environment, that's new. That's new technology, and that's something that I know that German distribution has put into the scope with the Orca machines. Please, you know more about this subject, and we are eager to know.
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 years of experience with this machine. I can say that it's a very good machine. It's a machine that, as you said, all the food waste it digests, because we have bacteria inside, and they will do all the digestion, and they will literally the output you connect it to the drainage, and it will go. Yes. It will be part of the cycle. It will not end to the landfill. it should have a water treatment plant. So it's the cycle, and then some of the people can reuse the water, but you are not giving the typical ending of the food waste in the landfill that will produce methane, CO2. We already talked about it, and this system is very nice because you have a full control of everything. So you can know how much you put inside the machine. You know, with this data, you can know how much emissions you reduce, you save. So at the end of the day, it's technology and biology together, which is something that I like it. I have lived the experience of having one orca, and all the process of the digesting the food is amazing. Like for me, also was something new. Like it's very different to read it in the university. Like, oh wow, this exists. Yes, it exists. And I saw it when I was looking how the guys were putting the food waste there, and it was processing, and it's amazing. Like I mean, it's a whole world, and but I like it. And thanks God, more hotels and restaurants are believing in this. So I like to see that, like that I think German distribution what is doing is raising the sustainable mentality. Like anyone can be sustainable. Like it's not just they think for the beans only malls and that can be sustainable. No, like we offer different technologies. I like that. Like they offer that. So I mean, Orca is, I can say, like one of the best solutions for the food waste.
And just to be clear, physically, we put the food as we're putting the food in our mouth, and it digests the food, and in the end, it will go as water.
Yeah, it's like like a smoothie. I thought it will be like water. It will be very liquid. No, it's like a smoothie because well, also us. we don't segregate water, so we don't output water. So for them, it's that like a smoothie for the machine. Yes, so everything we can eat, Orca can eat it. Like this is mainly our slogan that we say to the customer when we go and talk to them. We say that. So yeah, I mean Orca is a good machine. Also, it requires a lot of training. I mean, let's be true. I mean, you need to know how to operate the machine, but I mean, it's a very, very good machine. And I think if your team is aware about the solution that they have in their hands, they will work very nice with the machine.
And this is a big solution because now, for example, if I go to a hotel that I know that has these kind of machines, you feel relieved that the food is not going to be just thrown, but it's going to be treated, and it's going to have a process that will come back to be useful. So it's an amazing machine, and now the whole world can know that this exists and they can have. It's amazing how these machines they digest, but what's the average time that it takes? What's like the technical details that we can know about this?
Yeah, it will depend. Until now, we have three sizes. OG25 is 250 kilograms per day. The OG50, which is 500, and OG100, which is 1,000 kilograms per day. So yeah, the process will depend. It's same as our stomach, like it's very different the time of digesting of broccoli than the meat, that beef. So, but we always say to the customer that we have every hour input to the feeding. We call it feeding. Certain hour, like for example, 1 hour you can feed 8 kilos for this machine. For this machine you can do 13. It will depend on the size. of the machine, but also what is very important to highlight is the type of food that we are putting, because it's same as us. Like if we eat bread every day, all the time, obviously will be very slow the processes. So we need to mix it. Always a healthy. I always say, customer, treat it like you. Like you eat balanced, you eat nuts. So try to feed the same, because at the end of the day, in a buffet, you have a lot of options. They cannot say that it's only meat. It's a lot of options that you have in your plate of food waste. So the best thing is feeding properly, just to have better results. Is what we think.
And it's like all things that you purchased. It has a manual. It has an engineer behind that will explain. So not like we always do, purchase, plug it, and
It
that's
will
it.
work magically.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, and it's like that. And also, what we like to do is always tell the customer, like, you are not alone on this. I know that is something very new, and it's not like a TV, like you turn it, you plug and then boom, it will show. No, no, this requires. You need to be committed with this, and obviously they are never alone on this. Like, we are there to help them. We have different channels. We can talk by WhatsApp, any problem, we send photos. If it requires, we go and visit. I always like to think that we are not selling a machine. We are giving a solution to the company, or to the place, or the hospital, the hotel, the restaurant. We are giving a solution, but also it's not like our commitment finished there. No, our commitment with the person who has Orca is all the time. So, because at the end of the day, if we want to be sustainable, we also need to do our part. So I always, for every customer service, we like to go, we like to be there supporting. So yeah, I mean, my boss maybe will kill me, because he thinks like, oh, you're not selling machine. No, I'm selling solutions, because I believe in that, because I study that, and I really, really believe that anyone can be sustainable, and if I can help to the hotel, to the restaurant to be more sustainable, I will do it, because that's like my, the doctors make the promise that I will always take care about the patient. Well, me, I make that promise that I will do everything in my hands to help anyone to be more sustainable. So I think that's the reason why I'm supporting a lot this machine and also this company, because they are supporting what I believe, which is sustainability.
and it's nothing better than working, enjoying what you do,
Yeah.
and with your passion. So
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
great.
you can see it all the time.
It's
But
amazing.
it's nice. It's nice.
So the hospitality industry can now be safe having sustainable solutions, and that's on one side. And on the other end, there's the consumers, that we can push this and we can help if we know that a hotel has certificates or it has these type of machines. I will choose to go to a hotel that has these conditions, you know. And if we can put this mentality in all the people that is going to travel, is having vacations, or is going to a restaurant, pick up one that is helping sustainability.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to picture everything that we talk now. I mean, the problem of climate change, the path to reach sustainability is not a problem only for the hotels, for the producers of emissions, also us, because at the end of the day, we are part of this. So I think when you start thinking more like circularity, like you don't blame that. You say, okay, it's also me. I'm part of of this. The responsibility. You share the responsibility. So I think that that's what I like, and also I will suggest everyone, if they have the chance to choose between one green certificate hotel with a normal hotel, like, go to green certificate, because it's a problem of everyone, and it's not only for us, it's for our future. At the end of the day, if I want to have kids, I would not like to leave them a horrible world. So I mean, let's just think about us and about the future. So I think that's the best way you resume everything.
Amazing. It's a very passionate topic. So thank you for being here, and you're most welcome to be as much as you want in the podcast. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias por todo.
Gracias por esto. Thank you very much for this. And yeah, see you soon. I hope.
See you soon.